Welcome to Satsang. If anything has not been expressed yet, or that you want to hear, you please tell me. I need some help if you want me to speak. The only thing which came was, you know very well this great text. The great way is not difficult for those who do not cling to preferences. And it's, of course, this is the beginning of this. And it would be the same, I guess, to say the great way is not difficult for those who do not cling to comparisons. It's the same, you see. A comparison is always bringing the past with it. So it is in the mind, which is time, you know it. And this applies if one wants to realize oneself. Once realized, of course, the life is full of preferences. So you have not to look at that. Just to not to have any so-called hindrance to realize yourself. You have not to enter into any clinging to comparisons. Any subject you would have liked to ask the one who looks like having freed himself from illusions, that you would have liked to ask Buddhas, Ramanas, Papajis, and you didn't, and still it is in your mind. Why not to ask? Because they will not speak of everything. Many things are details and not important, may be important for you. So let us see.
Ganga. I'm afraid that I didn't really fully learn my lesson.
Okay, and we can do a second time if you like lessons so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you see that? Why you say so?
I'm just afraid to again fail. I mean, I have to bring this comparison.
So you don't go because you don't go there because you are afraid to fail. Let's not think like that.
Yeah, in a way, it could be the case even. And some things became clear with time.
Yeah.
But some things I'm still wondering about.
Okay, please.
And for example, I mean, I don't know exactly where I got taken, but I remember very well a stage where the seeker, as I knew him, as he was known to me, didn't function in the way I knew. So the sticks and tool he knew were of no value because of a certain tremendous hypnotism. In theory, I heard the words, but they had no meaning anymore. So the seeker as a discriminative instance couldn't do his job, so to say, to ungrasp until the last moment. He was just hypnotized. So would you say that there would have still been a chance afterwards, after having come out of this hypnotism, or would you say that this already would have been too late because I got taken by this hypnotism?
Not too late. It's never too late to be vigilant and to uncling. You can do that every now. It's not too late, even now.
Yeah.
You see, it's not in time. So when I say every now, means as soon as you are aware of something you grasp, for example, and you know, oh, I'm getting astray, that very moment, you can just see it. You just face it. And not more than that.
Sorry, I'm just also referring to what you sometimes say. You refer to this 2 or 3 days where you have to be tremendously vigilant. So I thought you could more
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, okay.
Vigilance is nearly as good as realized, because you are aware of what? You are aware that you are aware, that you don't want to grasp anymore. So, you see, when I say you missed it, you missed the moment, sure, in the sense of you come again with some stuff. Doesn't mean that you have to remain in time to ungrasp.
What was just also scary is that I met, let's say, the mind as a power which was seen to be not just a small thing. I mean, it was fast and tremendously creative, and after all it must have created this universe, so it was not a child I was dealing with, no? It was something
no, of course.
Serious,
It's quite serious.
Yeah.
That's why we say, no, you hear often, you have to give the price for it, because it's not a small thing, sure. Otherwise, you see, what is the point to speak again and again of something which is cheap or easy to just, you need to empty your mind enough, exhaust your mind enough, probably be clear enough also. Clear enough, this is good discrimination, why not? But you have not been, probably there is still a fear. I think you have some fears. So the fear to live the life, your existence, but this is an idea you have of it. It's not because you ungrasp that an existence will not follow you. So the fears are just due to imagination or concepts we nourish. Otherwise, where the fear can stay. So what is there now? Some fear, what is there now? What is here now? Apart that you landed quite well, I didn't learn my lesson. Huh? It's also a landing.
Sure, but I had to,
Yeah, you want to expose what happened to you, which is okay, yes. But now, do you want to stay there?
No.
So you are capable to ungrasp that also?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. No, it was. I knew this would be.
And so, what is left? What is left to ungrasp? What is left?
No, I'm still a little bit excited from. No.
From having missed?
From having brought this to you now and next thought. I mean to let it go. Whole thing.
But you have not to think, you have to do it. You will never be prepared, never forget. Those who prepare themselves, you see, they become up to the most sattvic. And then they are so prepared, they are so full of sattva that they forget to hear the essential. So nobody gets prepared. Better don't go there. You will not be prepared. And prepared for what? You are already what you want to realize. Prepared to ungrasp the belief that you are not it. Or that you already, what is your age? You kept it for so long, so you can leave it. No? When you are prepared, you tell me.
Sorry.
When you are prepared, you tell me.
Yeah, preparation was an idea behind, sure. Coming to.
It's full of paradox, this journey. You know very well that if you are all the time busy in mind and full of concepts and whatnot, you need to ungrasp, empty yourself, be clearer. Well, you can say it's a kind of preparation. At the same time, at some point, you have not to rely on that also. So, if you don't want to hear this, which is next, stay in preparation, but it will take you long.
No. I know this will not lead me anywhere. Preparation will keep me somewhere.
Yeah, you know. And then don't land on your no way? No.
No, I had to bring this because I don't want to draw my own conclusions. I have to bring it to somebody who is.
Yeah, but I heard your conclusions.
Yes, sorry.
It's done, no? Yeah? Enough? Okay. So now we can again meet fresh. Vajra, don't go in your mind. What?
I don't know.
Don't go in your mind. You go in your mind. No, you see. Tell me if it is so. You have a feeling, yeah? You have a strong emotion. Why? Because you remember you missed it. Or you feel completely, I say let's meet fresh, and there you feel a kind of inability, yeah? Or what?
No, I really don't. I'm not aware of what I feel.
Okay, great. And then what is this?
No, I don't know. I don't know why I cried now.
Ah, but then maybe that's good.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to put on you things.
No, truly, I don't know why I cried now.
Okay, then cry more. There'll be a balance with last time.
Oh my God.
No, this is fine. You see, you make one step in the mind. Okay, you know, but I just... You make one step in the mind. You are caught in... Oh, it was nearly there, but I missed it. You do another step in the mind. You will bring what? You will bring some past. Some past. So that's what I say. The wisest is... Don't go now in your mind, even if it is to check that you are still right, or clear, or mad, or confused, or not. Don't check now. But forever. Don't check, you don't need to check.
I will take you serious.
Poor you, what you will become. No. Go in your mind for your work, for all the things of the world. For this, don't go, don't step in. Don't need to check. Actually, there was never a need to check. Huh? It was already there. Ever. But I agree, it is absolutely a different way than what it works in the world. Because even I read a book about philosophers. I thought I was a bit near the philosophers. I feel that so far away from philosophers because I have seen, even if they mention the being, the sane, the chain, how is it in German? Sane? Sign. Even if they bring this, you see, they make an object of study. And so they miss the point. They say it's themselves, but as it became an object of study, from where all their philosophy springs, they missed completely the point. And if you step in that study, so if you step in the mind, you will never realize who you are. Never. So it's the only thing to. It's the only thing not to follow this constant, actually constant movement. There is nothing there. There is absolutely, about realizing yourself, there is nothing there. This is an expression of who you are. It leads you to a fantastic, infinite creations. It's not there that you will realize who you are. It has to be so crystal clear that it may be like realization. Because then how can you confuse yourself after that? Unless there is still a doubt or a clarity to be made about it, and then of course expose it. Yes.
So even if I feel drowned in some sorrow at the moment,
you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Yes.
You are not it.
That's what I want to. I'm still myself. I'm still.
You are ever who you are, but not the one you think you are. Huh?
Yeah. But this is already a tremendous help to be able to tell myself, I'm not that.
Yes, yes. You are not that. You are not the one who has the feeling of drawing. Yes. Because it's not only the feeling of drawing, it's the one who has the feeling of drawing. That you are not. You are the one who can express that. That you are. That's why you see, when you are yourself, there is no possibility of any hypnotism, because an hypnotism is always when one looks at something else. Who you are cannot be hypnotized. You are it. Can never become an object. If it becomes an object, you are not that. It was quite not very interesting thing, but still very interesting to see on the DVD. There was a man, I don't know if you remember, who came in front of Papaji and he said he arrived to a place where he could say, I am in well-being. You remember that? You were not there. Okay. And so after that, he had no more questions. He was to Master, he was quite happy. And looking at Master, he was feeling probably, okay, this is it. But then, if you hear that, you see, what does it mean? He describes a state where he is put, where he is in. So of course, after some time, Master said, this is already too much. You have to not to grasp that also. So you see, one has to be vigilant. Because some will say just well-being, but some will say more even subtle things. Not thinking, it becomes a state or a description. And if you don't speak true knowledge or true will, it's also not that. Because your mind makes, then it's silence, then I will not speak. It's also not that. So, not to fall, not to step into any expression just for a split second. It's just for a split second. It's not a way of life. And then the way of life which follows is of no concern. There will be no search there, because that split second would have shown, would have realized, would have given the realization. So, that split second, that dedication to that split second, it requires quite a few years of tremendous effort, not to follow, not to enter, not to nourish the mind. It is not a part of simply expecting the goodwill of what? To manifest and to realize. For example, what happens now to you, Vajra? What's there? Are you preoccupied by something? Are you willing to? I would like to know what's there.
If there is a preoccupation, then it's a short one, let's say. I mean, it passes by.
Okay.
I mean, something. I might catch a fragment of something, but
okay.
I leave it alone.
Okay. So where do you go back when you do that? What is this? Where are you? Not to catch.
I'll go back to the one who ungrasped, I think.
So to the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's clear. Yeah. Don't suffer, just go back there and knowing more and more that how do you know that you go back to that one?
Because I'm not that.
Yes. So who are you? Okay. Can you ever lose yourself? Did you ever lose yourself?
It was mentioned last week that, say, if you're sitting quietly and you get quiet, but then you tend to go to sleep.
You cannot go to sleep.
You
you tend to go to
because
sleep.
your
Yeah.
mind's quiet and then
Yeah.
you just suggesting to
Not to do.
way to not to do that.
You see, the mind, it knows the quiet moment as a sleep. The mind. So, if you are aware, you are in a state of silence, for example, or quietness. You will not at all go into sleep because you are not into those comparisons. You are the one who is aware, or to be in silence, or to sleep, or to be busy. But it's true, if you confuse the quietness for a glimpse of what you are, you may fall into sleep, because the mind so quiet, so disengaged, it will fall into.
So it's like confusing the quiet state
Quite
of
white.
mind.
Who you are, how can you say it's only quiet? It is everything. But it's true that if you, for a moment, like in Satsang, if you don't go necessarily with your mind, because I say don't step into your mind, but it's rather a vigilance. You are rather vigilant. You cannot say necessarily that you are in a quiet state. Or if you allow yourself to be in quiet state, you just know you are in a quiet state, and you are not the state, you are the one who can be aware of that.
Maybe sometimes that sitting quietly to try to be was wrong. Confusing a quiet state with
yes, maybe, yes. You see, sometimes or often you hear keep quiet now. It's not telling you fix yourself in a quiet state. It's rather keep quiet. Don't go less as much as possible for a while. Go less stepping in the mind. That's what it means. So it's rather be vigilant. Be vigilant for a while.
Today, I was being quiet at home, and then
Yeah.
I found myself falling asleep. So I caught that if I continue, I'm going to fall asleep.
Yes.
So I stood up
Yeah.
and started
Yeah.
walking because I
Something.
didn't want to fall asleep. Is that the right way to deal with this? Or?
If you don't want to sleep, it's totally fine to do that. No, if you want to realize yourself, you just be more aware that there is no state which will do.
So it doesn't matter whether you fall asleep or
quiet or busy. About who you are. Concerning who you are. One forgets a bit what for.
I give up.
That's interesting.
I give up. If I don't understand, it's okay.
It's totally okay
I'm not
not
trying
to
to understand.
Yes.
If I don't understand.
Yeah, so
it's
it
okay.
must
I
be,
don't try
you
to
see,
fall.
if you don't understand, it's because maybe it's not catchable. Who you are can never become an object. It's not catchable.
So I decided, okay, I don't understand,
But-
it's okay.
Just don't fall into okayness.
I don't get attached to getting it.
Et les filles?
On les a appelés, je sais pas.
J'aimerais bien qu'elles viennent. Oui. Yes, yes, yes. You see, traps. If you see the mind, if you search through the mind, only traps are there. This you understand, huh?
Yes. So
It's
now,
amazing,
after a few
huh?
months of being here, I
Yeah.
realized, no, I don't go into the mind.
Yeah.
And whenever thought comes,
Yeah. Whatever you see, you have been in the way of quite meditative and sattvic and all that, which is wonderful. But maybe because you are here, you came here, no, it's really the moment to hear. Listen, it's not even about that. Now you may be able to see without being attached to, without too much emotions. Oh, this is just a state. It's just a state. It's not even myself. It's not even approaching an inch to myself. It's just a state. This you understand?
yes, now
Okay. For
beginning to understand.
yeah.
Everything
This is great.
experience and everything is state.
Yes,
So,
except yourself,
right.
whom you will never statified.
So what I can do
Whatever
is,
you like.
right. So I can fall asleep. I don't. Or
You
I
don't
can
feel
just get
guilty.
up and,
Yes,
not
because
fall.
it is the body and the mind which does that, and you learn that. After all, I'm not what I can describe. I'm not this body and mind. In reality, in appearance, of course, but in reality, not. This much you understand?
No, and I don't mind not understanding.
Okay. The realization of the self, the realization of who you are really who you are. It's not about I. You that you know. It's not I am the body, or it's not about I am the body or I am the mind. This much you understand?
That much I know.
But this
I
is
know.
wonderful to understand that. Because all the states you mentioned that you are free to go in, it's only concerning the body and the mind. Okay? Okay. Welcome to Satsang. So Satsang. We introduce that in your life because you never know. One day you may question, oh, what is this life? Am I really this bloody fellow I look like? Am I really the most beautiful, intelligent and smart and kind I think I am? So I tell you already, don't search. Don't search. You can, but you will see you can't reply or your answers will change all the time during all your life. So to be at peace about that, know that you are never the one you think you are. That's simple and easy. You are never the one you think you are. You are never the one you experience you are. You are not even the one you feel you are. Who am I? You will never know because you are it. No, just stay with that a minute. Just a minute. Wow, look at this. Non, c'est la main droite, ça tient. Et voilà. Oui, oui, bien sûr.
Le citron.
Oui, oui, il n'y a pas de citron.
Si.
Ah, il y a des citrons en plus. Oh là là.
Le cassis.
Oui, oui. Attends, voilà. Oups. Attends. Oui.
Ok.
Ah, oui. Oups. Tiens, ça, tiens. Là. Tu as médité sur ça, peut-être? Hein? Yes.
Would I to ask about the split second a bit clear maybe? But I have something like an imagination and I know this is also the mind.
Yes.
But something like this that it will be in this split second there is no mind but also no world. Like I couldn't grasp anything outside, inside, so nothing there. But this is also something I think. So I would like to hear about it a bit more this split second because...
Okay, don't step into your mind just now. Don't step into your mind. And don't try to know that there is nothing or there is whatever. Don't deal with your mind. And when the mind rises again, it's to deal with the world, because he realized here I come from there, I disappear there, I'm totally limited, I cannot contain, I am depending, the mind is depending on who you are that you realize in the split second. So where are you now?
I hear it what is.
Yeah, you hear, but you hear. Hearing is a direction, huh?
Yeah.
So, split second is also to say, you can say in different words, suddenly it clicks. You see, it clicks that you always have been looking towards the mind instead of just seeing that you are the one aware of the one who is in the mind. It's a click. Split second click. And what happened? I just tell because I see that those who have got glimpses, we see that a lot in the DVDs of Master. Those who have glimpses, that they last a while or not, this doesn't matter. What they express from where they have been put, what they express is totally different from what they knew before. They would say, of course, I always have been the self, everything else is the mind, I should not grasp the mind. They will speak like that, like in Satsang, in fact. The thing is that there is a confusion, and that's why they lose the glimpse. They start to listen to their mind, who speaks the truth, instead of not to listen. Why should they be interested? They now realize themselves. Why should they be interested with the expressions? Let it be the truth. So there must have been a seed of I still. So it was not radical. And that's why they lose it, of course, with time. Or they can have a changed life also, because it's striking. Their life is changed. But they will start again from a probably deeper level, but from a level still. So you have to be radical. I mean that the split second is completely radical. There is nothing to enter there. Nothing has to enter there. Not even the seeker who tries not to enter there. Nothing has to. So from now, you will not listen to your mind about this subject. Huh? Let us see. Because then you make a loop, you see, you listen to the mind, you enter into the mind, even if it is the most perfect saying. You make a loop to confirm, yes, I'm well there. Too much mind.
This is what I see, that everything is too much.
Yes, everything is too much, yes. And you know what I see, all those beautiful, myself I love them, so it's not to speak against that, but there is a vigilance to have all those beautiful holy places, sacred places. What they offer is a quiet place. Suddenly there, the one who really is earning to hear what that sage which made the place holy and sacred said, and then they enter into some sacred level, sacred quietness in them. But it's not about living, it's a blessing. Because of that, who knows, they may like to really hear. So, it's not about living something. Let it be the vastness, the absolute, the being, the self, the oneness. It's not about experiencing that. It's the one who is aware that I live this and that. That's who you are. That's who you are. Very simple, in fact. Very simple, but we always look one step further. So, radically try not to look one step further. Everybody is always wondering after fantastic témoignages, you see. Oh, this is so well expressed in books or in DVDs or whatever. So well expressed. That one really got it. And then you hear, with years, that it will not be of that quality anymore. How come? How come? Because it was not radical with the mind. They thought the mind inspired by oneself, by the real self, can be trusted. No! Still mind. So no one can bring anything with him. Let it be the most inspired and true mind. Otherwise, foutu! Why I say that? Because again and again I see books, fantastic books sometimes. Wow! I see témoignages, I see this, I see that. What happened? What happened? That. What I describe. something? Something else.
DVD.
DVD.
We saw last time.
Yes.
When Parvati said, this guy, he said, I want to be one with you. He said to Parvati.
He said that? The one who laughs?
I think he understood that. He said, I want to be with you all the time.
Ah, yes, 24 hours, yes.
And Parvati said, you have to give me your eye.
Yes, yes, yes.
For me, it was very beautiful. Because
yes, it was wonderful.
I always wanted to be with Parvati.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so beautiful to, I don't know, go out of the mind and just be.
If you are out of your mind, you think you gave your eye?
Well, at first I thought, maybe I give my eye, I don't know.
Maybe I give.
No. I tried to give my eye,
yes.
But I was not convinced myself.
You met Parvati?
No. No, first
But it was a beautiful moment, sure. Sure. You can apply that every time to yourself.
I try to go. You said something like, don't go in your mind. So somehow I stepped out and I couldn't say I gave up everything.
Yeah, nice experience you got because it was so inspiring.
Yeah.
Yes. So don't reject that. Cherish that place at least which gives you inspiration and which makes you hear better.
Yeah.
So, fine. This one also is hearing Satsang. Okay.